There's nothing funny about sickle cell, yet we keep seeing it used as a punchline for humor.
So sorry.
Well, I guess it's all right. Those are the rejected sickle cell samples.
Ah, you hear that, Johnny? You're covered in rejected black guy sperm.
I have a disease where I can't recognize people who aren't hot. My doctor says it's basically sickle cell for rich guys.
Is it called rudeness?
It is.
This dude is so obsessed with black people, I'm gonna start calling him sickle cell.
The psychological burden of the judgment and stigmatization cannot be understated. Provider implicit bias often leads to pain being doubted, patients being mislabeled as drug seekers, and inadequate treatment of pain, which only prolongs the physical and psychological suffering. Rather than perpetuating stereotypes or jokes to an already highly stigmatized and misunderstood condition, raise awareness to the condition and the struggles and challenges experienced by this amazing community of warriors.
When people start misunderstanding a certain condition, they make jokes out of it. Well, in the case of people living with sickle cell, it's been a long time that a lot of people have been doing this, and they make jokes out of it. Make it look like sickle cell is a death sentence disease. Make you look like sickle cell is a disease that once you get it, you're not expected to amount to anything. And this thing has been going on for a very long time, but it's somehow disappointing, truly. But still at that, I feel there should be enough of awareness out there to let them know that there are a lot of people living with this thing and they are being stigmatized. You know, the social construct of the way the society sees a person living with sickle cell, it's in a way that they are seeing you as a weakling. You can't deliver, you can't do anything good, or you can't amount to anything. You know, they don't even see you as a person. They don't see you as a human being that will be able to fulfill tasks. They don't see you like somebody that will work on a normal day. They just see you as a walking corpse. It is disappointing, but yeah, this is what we face most times, and I think there should be more awareness out there about people living with sickle cell and how things are done. You know, sometimes it's just ignorance, but do we have to exchange ignorance for stupidity? No, I don't see it that way. I think there should be more awareness out there that people should stop making jokes with sickle cell. My name is Venfa, Haruna, Mamdam. This is social status and standing tall. Big brands are supposed to be promoting sickle cell awareness, and you know, they get to talk about, they have the opportunity to talk about the condition in their, just look at what they did in this recent Transformer movie. They were promoting awareness on sickle cell, and you could see there how they portray how the condition acts and all that. And it's disappointing that big brands like HBO, Scooby-Doo is a big brand, that even growing up we were watching Scooby-Doo. Then you can have a movie again like Ted. Ted 2 is one big movie. I mean, I enjoyed watching it, but in as much as the movie was interesting, you could see here it's also, sickle cell is also being joked about, which is not fair. I mean, there is a lot that they could do to help promote this condition rather than stereotype. You know, even comedians, big comedians are making jokes out of sickle cell. I could remember then, I think middle or late 90s, TLC, their lead vocal, she was diagnosed with a sickle cell disease, and you know, at that moment she was depressed, felt like committing suicide, because at that period they see people living with sickle cell like they are walking corpse and all that. Today she's one of the advocates of sickle cell out there, and she keeps on talking about the condition there. You could do small in your own way. I mean, little movies, sing about it or something. Not like stereotype and make people look like the condition is a death sentence. I believe that's why the major reason why a lot of people are not coming out to talk about sickle cell or to accept they have the condition, because there is this stereotype that the society have about people living with sickle cell. They will just look at you, na sickler. So this guy would die. You keep on hearing stuff like you're going to die at the age of 21, or you can live up to 22 or 23, when you get to 24, sometimes they will tell you when you're 24, the sickness will stop. When you're 25, you won't have the sickness again. I mean, there is a lot of people out there that they've been told things about sickle cell which is not true. That's why I say always go to the hospital. Meet a specialist. People that, I mean, you could go to the hospital and ask more questions. You meet hematology experts. They will tell you more about all these blood conditions and they will explain to you how it works. You don't have to just be ignorant and hear things about people and you believe probably they are Banji and they are all this spiritual whatever they think they are, and you get. I have a friend back then, he goes to this lecture. This guy chop correct flogging, beat them. At the point, the mother was enlightened and you could see how she was treating the whole case. And it got to a point that the boy was even living healthy for the fact that they've accepted who he is and nobody is seeing him like somebody that is come here to have that Abiku or Banji mindset. You could just do it in your little way. Now you have the world on your phone like this. You could just Google anything you want to know about. Read more on sickle cell so that you'll be able to promote the awareness and help the community around you. So I'm going to take a tweet from Helen of Troy. Lost a sickle cell patient today whose dad was hell-bent on discharging him yesterday to go write his chemistry paper. Because the only investment he makes in his kids is their future and not the health. Breaks my heart on all levels. One of the worst 2 days of my career. I mean, there are parents out there that they believe that, man, you are my son, you'll be this, you'll be that. Based on what they want, how they project your future. Not knowing exactly how to take care of you in regards to your health, they keep on being ignorant. Now look at this man now, he lost his child, he ignored the signs there. He was supposed to take this boy to the hospital, but he was hell-bent on making the boy go write his chemistry papers. Back then in school, I know if I was sick, man, no matter what you do to me, except I choose. And it depends on the kind of pain I'm feeling at that moment that I can choose to do whatever I want to do. At this point like this, we need to start listening more. And the parents, as I said on last episode, we need to listen more. I was referring to the doctors, then now I'm even referring to the parents. You don't just have to see your kid like someone that is stressing you and all. You made that choice. You should take responsibility for it. When they were telling you more about AS and AS, but you ignored all the signs, and now you're forcing an innocent boy to go write papers because you're more focused on the boy's future than his health. See where we are right now. I think you should do more of listening and show more care. At least the least you could do is show more care. We're going to take this from one of our social media handle. It's a message that was sent, and as I said, you could drop your message, word of encouragement, or if you're having a problem and you want to talk to us, you could just drop your message on our social handle and someone is there to reply you. Okay, I'm taking this. Good afternoon, sir. My girlfriend is in so much pain right now. Please, what can I do? I gave her Penta already, but seems not good enough. I'm scared already the way she's doing. What can I do? First of all, you need to identify the trigger before start making way to take her to the hospital. As we said, it's advisable you should take her to the specialist so that they will check her. But first, you need to identify the trigger so that you'll be able to know how to handle the situation. And you need to have provision for first aid. You don't just have to be giving her Penta like that. No. Penta is addictive, and like we used to tell sickle cell patients out there, you need to start fighting, the addiction of Penta because it's dangerous to health. Penta can just, especially if you don't eat or you're dehydrated and you're taking Penta, to cause you another problem. So first of all, you need to identify the trigger and start making way or provision to see how you could take her to the hospital. And also, you need to make sure that she's hydrated. Make sure you give her a lot of water to drink, and you can massage the place where it's paining her before you could take her to a specialist so that she'll be taken good care of. I'm going to take another tweet. This is coming from Eric J. Hoping my baby girl can finally go back to school next week. She got to go to her first day of 4th grade before a sickle cell pain crisis hit her. That's days before her 9th birthday, and has kept her home for 2 weeks. She's finally getting her legs back under her. She's fighting every day. I hope she gets better and she gets well soon, and it's a good thing she's on her feet already. I'm wishing her a quick recovery. We'll take another one. Living with sickle cell isn't just about the challenges we face, but the incredible traits that we develop along the way. Warriors have been gifted with a mind that adapts and a spirit that refuses to be defined by limitations. I keep on saying it all the time. You see people living with sickle cell, they're the most strongest people, the most strongest that I know in this world. Because you that you're living a normal life, if you're given a little ounce of that pain, I'm sure you won't be able to even move. I mean, the pains they feel is so excruciating that at a point you see they can't walk, they can't move. Sometimes you see their breath is seizing and all that. Then you get to see this person like after 3 days or 1 week and he's walking and you're looking at him. Is it not the same person that was down yesterday, last week? So warriors are very strong, and I mean, you get to see them fighting certain pain every week, some people every month. It's not easy, but they keep on coming out stronger every day. And they don't let this kind of thing define them, because the society already has stereotyped them as weaklings. So you get to see them coming out trying to prove people wrong. And I think when you see someone living with sickle cell, or you know anyone around you, you should try and encourage them. I mean, they go through a lot. And you could see at that moment they're trying to do things right and they're trying to live a normal life. So we're going to take this video before we sign out.
Well, this is going to shock you, believe it or not. Probably going to shock a lot of people who see this. But sickle cell patients aren't treated like sick patients. We aren't treated like the regular, ordinary human being. You know how we scream Black Lives Matter? Well, we probably need to scream Sickle Cell Lives Matter. Because when we walk through those doors of the hospital, believe it or not, we're not treated like our lives matter. And that's why you'll hear so many of us want to go to that.
The reason why some people don't like going to the hospital is because when you go to the hospital, when they see you giving penta, oh, you sickle cell, giving penta, oh, she has been having crisis, give her penta. You know, the thing is that they see your condition or they see your problem like it doesn't matter. They don't see you like, they don't treat it as an emergency. They don't ask you questions. They just believe you have sickle cell. Please, doctors, please, caregivers, always listen to people when they come in and they say you're having crisis. I know of someone that was in the hospital and he was telling the doctors that his hand is not, this is not how normal the hand was. He was feeling pains and all that thing. And the doctors were saying they gave him antibiotics. It was just one doctor that came out, and till today he tells me he respects the doctor a lot. And he was talking and the doctor was asking him, what's the problem? He said, talk to me. He explained it to the doctor, and the doctor said, so if it's what I'm thinking, then let's just call people from orthopedics, let them come and check. And guess what? They check and this guy was having a bone infection. I keep on saying it. Doctor needs to give listening ears. But there are some people that are adamant, like they know their job. They're just hell-bent on saying. So please always try to listen. And if a caregiver comes in and tells you that this is what we do, this is how the thing works, listen. You're there to help. Nobody is trying to take your job away from you. Nobody is trying to say he or she knows better. But they are trying to tell you that this is how they do, or this is how it was. This is how, if you give him certain injection or drugs, the person reacts to it. So all you have to do is please and please listen, and this will even go a long way, and people will even respect you for the fact that you listen and you execute your job very well. So this is all we could take for today. I remain yours truly, and see you next time.